L. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
What's up? Hey, I think I got this right now. We're on like third week on Rumble Studio. What's up, everybody? Rumble, what's up? X, what's up? YouTube, what's up? How's everybody doing? Yeah, I'm here having fun, hanging out. I just got home, actually. Sorry we're late. It's my fault. Just my fault. Hey, I've got some friends with me, but I can't pull them up individually, so... Wha-bam! There they are. Hey, there's my buddy, Brian Late, Channel 8 Brian Late, and David the author. What's happening?
Coffin Nails is here, too.
Is he?
Coffin Nails, you got to activate your...
Yeah, there's Coffin Nails. Why don't you, turn your camera on. You got to have camera on while you're in here.
Rumble rules.
Yeah.
Rumble
Or
won't
did
let
I
you
allow it?
broadcast
Do I have
without
to
it.
manage participants? Waiting room? There's no one in the waiting room. If he talks, I think we'll be able to hear him. There he goes.
There we go.
What's up?
Figure out this new system here. It's crazy.
Yeah, Rumble Studio is a little odd. If you turn your camera off, we may be able to hear you. If you want to test that out, like StreamYard, you used to be able to cut your camera off, and you would just have the icon. The kid talk.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, that's pretty weird.
You can't hear me with my camera on?
I can hear you with the camera on. I'm just saying, like, I know a lot of times you like to be camera off.
Oh.
So if you do camera off, you get pulled from the screen, but we can still hear your voice.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
Is
a
there any
lot
way
of
to add?
features.
Is there any way to add a background to this?
No,
Don't think so.
no. Rumble is
Rumble
With my spooky background.
This is the this is the free version of Rumble Studio.
Oh, gotcha.
So welcome to Troubleshooting 101.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We learning something every week.
Yeah, dude, for real. I don't think I've ever had 4 people on at one time, so yeah. I just realized the other day that my audio was coming from the webcam. So like I was talking into this mic and nobody was hearing it.
Oh,
I mean,
right.
everybody heard me because of the webcam, but it sounded like straight trash.
Sounds okay now.
And all his sound effects
I switched it
weren't
back.
there
I was able
and
to.
everything.
I figured out how to switch it. Yeah. What did it say? I said something about it sounded like horsey or donkey dump, whatever.
Donkey
Anyway,
Dongs.
Yeah.
I guess I could turn this light on over here. You're seeing the
Hashtag
mess behind me.
live
At least it didn't sound
now.
like AOC.
Hashtag Rumble. Yeah.
Rumbles a crumble
Hashtag
and rumbles
breaking.
a stumble. and
Hashtag
crumble.
news. Hashtag fun.
It's
Post
rumble.
on X. What's up? I'm gonna repost. I think that's what it is. Repost. Hey, we're live.
Oh, no.
So
Hey, we are live. Cool. Which is weird because I guess all my audio is coming through the Rodecaster Pro. When the Rodecaster Pro is on, all my audio for the computer related anything computer goes through that and into my ears. So interesting.
See, if you want to be on cam, but you don't want to be on cam, Get yourself a little privacy screen.
What did you just do? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Privacy screen.
Oh yeah.
Oh, how did you do that?
Well,
just
and
have a screen?
also you could use OBS. I think David's using it for his QR
Overlays.
code and his book promotion. So I think you could use OBS. I'm pretty sure you can use OBS with Rumble Studio and
Yes, you
use it
can.
as like a camera. You could put your filters in there, and that way it would look like it's coming through. For you, Dr. Coffee Nails, because I know that you usually have either a background or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
David, I added you to a Rumble group. I don't know if you saw it on Facebook or not.
I did. I got the invite. I got accepted
Awesome.
shortly.
So I've been
after.
talking with them guys over there and trying to bring in some better features because they're the kind of studio oriented, and hopefully we can have some kind of
Well,
what?
I haven't yet read many posts, but a lot of them just seem to be, "Hey, this is my channel. Add me." So
Yeah.
but there seems to be some serious posts earlier about Rumble features.
Yeah, I'm trying to talk
definitely-
about it. The guy's trying to talk about it, so hopefully we can get things.
I know somebody brought up guest control. You absolutely need guest control, right? You need to be
Yes,
able
dude,
to
that is
put people
that's a
up.
major thing because Labe, I've been meaning to get with you. There's gonna be 3 dates coming up that I need you to be here.
All right.
One's next week.
Because you need to be able to split screen conversation with 2 people and have the other people in background. You need to be able to rotate guests. Otherwise, what's the point of going Rumble Professional if you don't have any of those features?
Dr. Coffinail over on YouTube says, "Oi." Oh no, he says, "Oh hi."
Oh,
I thought
hi.
he said, "Oi."
Yeah.
I like how you can click on Rumble, YouTube, and X there.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Yep. There's 2 people watching over on YouTube. There's 3 people watching over on Rumble, and then over on X we have 5. It's a grand total of like 11. Hey, that's cool. But let's see. What is
Rumble participants could see? Oh,
yeah.
why is
This
why is it-
this week. Oh, I hit a button on my phone. I didn't mean to hit. Hopefully, I'm not butt dialing somebody. Anyway, what have you guys been up to this week? How have your weeks been while I'm trying to get this situated?
well,
Stressful?
Yeah.
bad news from the doc. Well, not so bad. It's
Oh,
a
no.
little bad.
Not too bad, is it?
I have a swollen prostate.
Mm.
Yo, my dad's going through the same thing. Well, he just had surgery for it.
Mm.
Well, the first comes to pills. You take pills to try and
Yep.
reduce the swelling. It's usually caused by the overproduction of urine.
Caffeine's a big player of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are talking about cutting out the caffeine.
Yeah,
no.
either cut it out or cut back.
I've already cut back, and if it doesn't go down, that's the next step. No more caffeine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good luck with that. My dad's had a time. This started last Thanksgiving for him, and it's gone quite
Once
a
it
while.
goes to surgery, they're telling these are the foods you can't eat anymore. These are,
Yeah.
and then you
I mean-
say, wait a minute, wouldn't it be?
Give it a try, and hopefully things will work out. I mean,
I'm doing my best.
Yeah.
I'm doing my best.
yeah. It's
Gonna have to increase the amount of green tea. I probably have to. I'm already trying to replace a number of coffees with green tea.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, coffee in general is a lot. I know some of the urologists that we've spoke to were like, if you have 1 cup of coffee in the morning, that's cool. But I mean, green tea's got caffeine in it too. So
They don't
It's
want.
not
They don't want the green.
caffeine
They don't
per
want the
se,
green tea.
It's the volume.
do what?
No, it's the volume of green tea. It's the volume of caffeine. Coffee is like 5 times that of green tea.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could see that.
You could have 5 green teas, and that's equal to 1 cup of coffee. So it's the amount of coffee that people do drink. Like, I think it's like only like 3 or something is the recommended.
Yeah.
But some people can have 8 cups. It's fine. It's just how well your body handles caffeine and processes caffeine. And, once you get problems, health problems, they compound. They start adding up.
Yep. Let's see. What was some things that happened there was a debate. There was a debate Thursday night for the Virginia gubernatorial debate, and it was quite terrible. On both parts of it, I thought. I don't know if I guess none of y'all care, but
I wasn't able to.
Yeah, y'all don't live around here, but one candidate was screaming over the
Screaming?
The moderators weren't allowing the Republican candidate to talk. The Democratic candidate was dodging every question like it was a bullet, and nothing of value was happened.
I thought that they only shouted at each other in the UK and the Philippines.
Look, a lot of people are starting to realize this. Democrat is the effeminate party, right? They are emotional. They dodge accountability. They're into publicity stunts, feelings, and promising you everything. I'm going to buy your vote, basically. So a lot of people are noticing they don't even try to win a debate anymore. Obviously, the last person that tried to debate a Democrat, we're starting to think, look what happened to Charlie Kirk, and people are right. You can't debate Democrats. They are not rational anymore. They are not. They believe themselves to be Antifa. That they're fighting World War II. That's what they are. They actually believe they're fighting literal, real life, goose stepping, Hugo Boss wearing. And
Yahtzees.
And the guys, they really think Russia's going to invade Europe. Somehow, what is it? Right. Putin's the bad guy. Putin this, Putin that. We have to stop Putin. We have to stop Trump. But somehow, Xi Jinping, oh no, glorious leader who says he wants to rule the world is the good guy,
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Now, this is because, believe it or not, there are more billionaires in China than there are in the United States. Most of them are because they're all backed by the CCP. They wouldn't be billionaires without the CCP, and if they try to leave China, they're no longer billionaires.
Correct.
One of them is named Neville Roy Singham. You're going to hear a lot about that name. Congress has demanded investigations for months now. They may finally get it. And that's the real reason for the shutdown. Schumer gets money from him. So does a lot of Democrats in the Senate. And so does Zohan. So when they were announcing an investigation into Neville Roy Singham, Schumer withheld the vote on the budgetary, even a minimum budget. Every budget to pay troops he's withheld. He's doing everything to cause this prolonged shutdown so that his body cannot be investigated, so the public doesn't find out that Zohan is funded by the CCP. You don't know, you may call it a genius move, 4D chess, whatever, but it is basically what the Democrats have done and always done over and over and over again, right? Cause a problem, film the response, blame the victim.
Blame the victim. It's your fault.
Yeah, it's instead of talking about Charlie Kirk's death, they're talking about people who got fired for not caring about Charlie Kirk's death. No, you're being fired because you celebrate murder. Okay, there's a. I actually do think, all these people who claim that you can't legislate morality. Wait a minute, didn't you call climate change a moral issue?
Yeah, well, it is. I think it's a. I mean,
but Neville has been called to testify about his involvement and funding of non-profits, radical anti-Israeli groups, Marxist groups. Of course, this is the problem. The United States considers that free speech, but these groups are engaged in political violence, if people don't know their history, a member of Antifa was made a member of the German government in 1933 and defunded the police so they wouldn't harass the brown shirts. That's So you think defunding police stops fascists? No, it's the other way around.
No. Hey, so what happened with Letitia James this week?
She got indicted.
But
she faces court. She had a hearing for a court date. That's about it.
Great.
But she's
indicted, but not
innocent.
charged with anything. Yeah.
She's charged, but no, she's charged with federal bank fraud and making false claims on a mortgage application. But it hasn't. But what's happening seems to be that New York is just letting her mouth off over and over again. They won't fire her. They won't put her aside. She has been handled in the East District of Virginia, the same court as Comey was indicted.
So there was I know that I'm the only person concerned with Virginia politics, and that's quite all right.
That's fine.
There was a scandal that popped out this week.
Yep.
I shared screenshots. I'm trying to find them. Did I? Yeah, there. Yeah. So this is share screen. This is Jay Jones, and this man is trying to run for the Attorney General of Virginia. Jay has a text message situation where his text messages became out in the public, and the things that he said on there was quite disturbing. And I'm going to read them to you. So, YouTube, this is what he said, not me. Let's see. Someone commented and said, they say nice things about everyone, LOL. If those guys die before me, I'll go to their funerals and piss on their grave. Send them out. I'll wash in something. Okay.
I heard about this.
Yeah.
It was on the Babylon Bee.
3 people, 2 bullets. Gilbert, Hitler, or Pol Pot. He said Gilbert gets 2 bullets to the head. Spoiler.
I heard about this.
Put Gilbert in the crew with the 2 worst people you know, and they both receive bullets every time. Jay, please stop. LOL. Oh, okay. It really bothers me when you talk about hurting people or wishing death on them. You weren't simply asking questions, and you know it. I genuinely was. I wasn't attacking you. I was trying to understand your logic. You weren't trying to understand. You were talking about hoping Jennifer Gilbert's children would die. Yes, I've told you this before. Only when people feel pain personally do they move on policy. There isn't. I point.
This is the thing.
Hang on, let me finish reading it, and then we can go into it. I point blank asked you more than 3 times, and you dug in what you meant. I honestly am questioning a lot today. I mean, do I think Todd and Jennifer are evil and that they are breeding little fascists? Yes. Sorry, that bottom part was cut out, but it's there, and I can I can show that to you guys, but
it's an echo in them.
Yeah, there was an echo when you were sharing screen, I think.
That's weird.
Was it me?
No, those two, when they were talking, were echoing.
That's weird.
It's like your audio of them was coming back through your microphone.
It could have. Well, I don't have anything loud. I'm the only thing I can think of is that it was just picking up through, because I didn't hear anything, and I don't have any volume going.
Yeah,
I have earbuds in.
Yeah.
No.
Somehow when you're sharing, picking it up. Yeah.
But anyway, that's the text message thread that got out. The news people have been covering it.
Yeah. Again, judging you by their own mentality. See, Democrats think being obtuse makes them strong because you can't change their mind. So the only way they know to change people's hearts and minds is to be violent, because it basically shocks you into, because they're actually expressing the origins of their politics. The origins of their politics come from being hurt, and they want to hurt you back. They don't forgive, they don't forget. They have their only policy is, look at California, okay? All California politics stemmed from the gold rush and seeing the few get rich. But here's the thing, folks. The people who got rich were the ones who got out and did the work. You, who sat at home and didn't do anything, somehow thought that it's unfair that other people get rich. It's all about this childish mentality that Democrats have. Again, they're the party of feminists. Why are you surprised?
Yeah.
Basically, they have a feminist mentality. That they're entitled to the same as you for not doing the same effort as you. Yeah. Except when they get rich. And then it's, I'm not greedy, I'm successful, says Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, with his bunches of houses. I love the picture. I love the picture of Bernie sitting in an R8, an Audi R8, with the caption was like, I wonder which house he's on his way to.
He never actually owned that car. He leased it for a private NGO that he has, and he has never ever been arrested or even investigated for mortgage fraud, bank fraud, his private trust, misuse of funds. His school went bankrupt. He and his wife diddled away over 1.1 million. He claims he's only worth 3 million. Really? That lake house would be worth 3 million. Come on. And he said he got it all from book sales. Really? Not according to the investigation into funds lobbying by Big Pharma. He got over 1 million from Big Pharma. Plus, didn't Hillary cut him a check for $150,000?
I think so. I've been seeing. So I follow this page. I follow this page on YouTube, or not YouTube, on Facebook, and it talks about things that the media is not covering this week. It's like today and things you didn't see. And apparently Chelsea Clinton's having to pay a whole bunch of money back, and so is Michelle Obama for taking taxpayer-funded money for Malia's birthday party or something. Did you guys hear about this?
Yeah,
I'm heartbroken.
I can hear it.
I haven't heard of this, but I have heard before that there was a organization behind the news that used to cover. But a lot of these organizations don't last long because they are privately funded. Yeah. They don't get government support. Because, let's face facts, there are GOP, like Adam Kinslinger, who should have been expelled from the party long ago. But the party does have a problem. GOP does have a problem. They failed to investigate Mitch McConnell. They failed to investigate Lindsey Graham. I think there's this is the thing that does drive a lot of people in the middle to be cynical about politics, is the fact that GOP needs to take the initiative and start sweeping house.
Yeah.
It's because there's not that many. It's only a handful of people they have to worry about.
Yep. I'm trying to see if I can find.
But the thing is, you never hear any scandals about GOP talking about putting on masks and ending someone's kids just because you don't like their politics. I mean,
yeah.
You got to remember they had a vote recently in the Senate, and not one Democrat senator voted to fund the U.S. military during the shutdown. So, and then they went on a crusade this morning about pages updated. Dem's military stunt fails as Johnson exposes the Senate for blocking the military paychecks. Schumer last night, head of the shutdown, where it basically could have ended the shutdown, could have funded the military. Instead, he went on TV saying the damn Republicans won't fund. And this morning, Johnson hit back with the actual House vote on the reopening of the government. Not one Democrat voted to reopen the government.
Of course not. They're getting ready for their day of no kings, so they want everyone as pissed off as possible.
And it's backfiring. People are time a lot of people on furlough are actually spending their time on Twitter exposing every tweet by Chuck Schumer and somebody actually called Hakeem Jeffries straight Obama.
Wow.
Wow, indeed.
That's crazy.
That's
hey,
sure?
That's courageous.
Hey, Late, what do you know about an explosion today in Tennessee?
Yeah, 19 people are missing. I forget exactly where in Tennessee that is.
What exploded?
But munitions plant. And it's basically gone. And so is the parking lot.
McEwen?
Yeah, I think so. But I've
they're
seen a lot
be
of
missing
before now. Yeah, those people are there. You might find, half a bone or something.
Let's see. How can I present?
But the before and after pictures are.
Only thing that explodes around here is grain elevators.
Yeah.
Wow, that's bad.
Okay.
Grain elevator.
Yeah.
I
mean, it blew the place off the map.
Holy cow.
Yeah, there's basically confetti is what's left, it looks like.
Yeah.
They were inside.
Mm.
Somebody posted and said, was somebody trying to leave in a hurry? Because that car is the only one that's not in a parking spot.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
That's crazy, dog.
Yeah, that's that going again.
Is it?
Walk that one off.
Here, I'm gonna cut that off. Oh, David just dropped.
Uh-oh.
It's weird because when we do coffee and gaming, we don't have an issue. We don't. There's David.
Yeah, and you're sharing the whole time, aren't you?
Yeah.
Because you're playing a game.
Check this out. This is a before.
I was in Bucksnort, Tennessee. Okay, that's central.
Well, you can't see that.
Side of,
Damn it.
Memphis. No, Nashville.
I turned my camera off. Can you guys still see? Turn your camera off real quick, Dr. Alvanels. Just hit there you go. That's a before and after picture.
Whoa. Holy crap.
Yeah, that place got wiped off the map. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's just off Interstate 40. Here, I'll show you.
Wow. All right, y'all can come back on.
Here, let me see if I can share real quick on the map.
All right.
If it'll let me select the window button.
Oh wow! So you don't even need to ask permission.
Yeah. So, you guys see that?
Yeah.
So there's Bucksnort. That's where the plant is. There's Nashville. It's just off of Interstate 40.
Wow.
So that's almost, but not quite into West Tennessee. It's on the western part of Central Tennessee. Get past.
Dang, I thought Nashville was like the west of Tennessee.
Well, it's central.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then Memphis is down here.
And
I'm way over here somewhere.
Yeah, don't show it again because I did it that one time on accident.
Yeah. Oh, there's no chickens. How do I stop?
And the bears show up.
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't have my porn tab open.
Yeah, that would have been not pleasant.
I closed the tab. I thought it would stop sharing. Sorry.
Well, slow down, Jeffrey Tubin. Slow down.
Oh gosh.
Oh, was that the guy that got caught? It was on camera in a call or whatever.
Yeah.
The camera was off.
Yeah, that was
having a tickle. Yeah.
There are many things you never do on company equipment,
and that's co-workers. Yeah,
and it's definitely one of them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't visit those kind of sites on company equipment.
Yeah, you got to clear your whole background too, because of some embarrassing things have been caught in the background in a lot of videos too.
Yeah, what about that? I forget her name. I'm pretty sure it was actually a famous female reporter at the time. Had a green friend on the.
It was pretty obvious once you knew it. And then didn't Jordan Peterson's daughter had medication back there for like herpes or something? It's like right behind.
There was also that. Actually, a rapper got killed recently too. But a lot of them have firearms in the background. A lot of these rappers have turned to streaming on Twitch. A lot of them got firearms in the background. And they've been getting done for illegal possession.
Oh boy, yeah, that's not good.
But one of them got killed recently. He was waving his gun around, threatening people, and he went out one night and didn't come home. There's a certain thing, not all communities are the same. Apparently in some communities, when you wave your gun around and threaten people, apparently people take that seriously and decide to see how tough you are. But there's been a lot of FAFO lately.
Oh, yeah.
How many we're up to? They're complaining. You got Brandon complaining that, Trump is firing black women. Apparently it's only 4, but all over the country. But, out of the hundreds that were fired, only 4 were black women. So somehow that's the problem, 4 black women losing their jobs.
Yeah, it definitely
shows you the Democrats' priority is racism still. But the left right now on Twitter are making fun of Trump losing the Nobel Peace Prize to a Latino woman from Venezuela. But I love bringing up the fact that they love bringing up the fact that Obama got a Peace Prize, but they don't bring up the fact that they regretted giving Obama the Peace Prize. That they actually admit the only reason why they gave it was hoping it would change his foreign policy, and then regretted later not because they thought, he's going to change his foreign policy, so we'll give him a prize to reinforce the notion that Obama would be the peacemaker. And then regretted giving it to him because he never made peace once in his entire presidency. So, as usual, Democrats try to boil everything down to simple slogans and leave out all the context.
Yeah.
Well,
they like to do that.
About young people and slogans, especially young women, will fall for slogans. You're warned. You're warned. But politicians, even Trump, prefers short statements But at least his have some. At least he puts out some substantive statements rather than just his usual one-liners. At least he's improving in the last couple of months. Definitely, Steve Miller is making an impact, which is why they're going after him. It is Miller, isn't it? He's social media.
Stephen Miller.
Yeah, Stephen Miller. They're going after Trump's social media advisor now. Yeah. They go after everything, but
what did he do recently? Because I mean, he was on the news for questioning something, and I just can't remember what it was.
He did a media interview on Fox, I think, that kicked it off. Oh, he actually said that Trump has the authority to deploy the National Guard.
Mm-hmm.
And then body language experts went after him saying, "Oh, look at him hunched over. He's definitely lying. He's blinking too much."
Yeah.
That's actually been debunked, by the way. Liars tend to stare and glare, not blink. You look at AOC, for instance, or you look at all the serial lies in politics. They're not blinking like lizards, are they? They're quite calm,
get the side,
relaxed.
The side blink, the pupils that you see and all that stuff. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, you look at them and looking down and looking away. You don't actually have... See, every liar has a different tell, basically. Body language experts say rapid blinking has to be... you have to do a pattern recognition. You can't just say, "Oh, look at his rapid blinking, he's lying." No, you actually have to have... you have to actually know he's lying and then associate every lie with that blinking and then actually do the test. You actually have to put facts to the test. You can't just say he's lying. But Democrats always want to shorten things down. This is a pattern called social smearing. In psychology, repeat the lie, people believe the lie. Psychologists will tell you that social smearing is definitely works on young people because they don't want to be excluded from the group. So if you get enough people to repeat a social smear, the last couple of people at the end of that social chain will push their friend out to stay in the collective group. They've done this in class experiments. If you keep the same class together, by the end of the school term, you'll find that they pecked each other into a social order, and one person just has to look around, and the whole class will fall silent. That's how you spot the bully.
Maybe.
Well, it's usually the teacher, but you know what I mean. The biggest bully in school is the teacher. I'm just saying, pointing out that Democrats are using social engineering tactics, which are well documented as starting with the Yahtzees, which is why they don't want you to study the Yahtzees. Otherwise, you'd say pattern recognition. You're using a social smearing tactic, where one person will start a rumor about somebody, and then the next person will repeat it verbatim, like how they have the word of the day. What's the word of the day? Venezuela! Peace prize. How they always copy. What was it yesterday? Gaza! Gaza genocide, really? More people crossed back into Gaza today than were killed during the last 2 years.
No, I didn't know that.
No. So how could there be a genocide when more people crossed back into Gaza than allegedly killed in Gaza?
Oh, wow.
I say allegedly because nobody has a body count confirmation. It's all guesswork. And there's a guy who does the expose on the Palestinian propaganda, and he showed this one video where he's got this same guy 18 times in different videos. He's been a reporter, he's showing up as a body 18 times, as a reporter, as an aid worker, UN aid worker.
Oh, you mean like how the Democrats usually have somebody do a crisis actor? Oh, okay, yeah.
I
know about that.
This is the problem, though, particularly in America, where the courts have ruled you have the right to lie. Really? Try to lie to Congress. Try to lie to an FBI agent.
For real.
Yet when they lie, it's tactics.
Yeah.
No, I reckon politicians shouldn't. I do understand that sometimes politicians have to lie, particularly when you're not wanting to tell China everything. But right now, you brought up the thing about stuff that's not covered by the news. Right now, Trump is negotiating with Argentina to open up resources that the US badly needs, and the left are attacking Trump for not putting America first. So you can't help your allies? They're talking about Qatar having a base in the United States. No, they're getting permission to build a building to house Qatari pilots so they can train with US pilots. So you're not allowed to help your allies, eh? So, all of a sudden, Democrats are America first when Trump helps our allies.
Yeah.
And so what if Trump smeared Qatar 7 months ago? They changed their mind. They abandoned Hamas. This is the problem with Democrats. They formulate an opinion of you, and you have to follow that stereotype for the rest of your life,
and
Tyrone.
They get away with saying whatever they want, and we don't.
Have you covered
I'm holding you accountable
Piker yet? Speaking of saying whatever you want or doing whatever you want.
No, but he's a gigantic turd.
Have you heard about the bark heard around the world?
Yes. It's ridiculous.
The Yelp. Okay,
Anyone else would have been kicked off every platform by now.
Oh, yeah.
But he's somehow still there.
There's a guy on YouTube called Pegasus, and as he said, Dan Clancy is gooning for Hassan Piker. Okay, they sing the head of Twitter and the entire Twitter staff sing that POS happy birthday. So there's no way they're ever. And he's not even their biggest revenue streamer. He's not even the biggest source of revenue, as an individual streamer. But this is the problem, okay? Amazon is a far left is run by radicals who got their wealth from supporting the Democrat Party, okay? Jeff Bezos married a woman connected with political connections and got fundraising for his bookstore, and he joined and immediately gave the Seattle Democrat city council member a $100,000 donation, and he had free rent, and he had all these business Seattle business programs granted to him. Even when he had $1 million in revenue, they were still subsidizing Amazon. Even today, Amazon is heavily subsidized by the US government. And they're not the only ones. Okay, the US government has a long history of subsidizing businesses. It's not a free market. The big government has their hand on, and Trump is, slowly going after this. But you do have on the other side, there's stuff like, how do you make SpaceX a private company when literally your customer is the government? I mean, nobody else.
It's the people.
It is a hard thing to cut out because you do need government contractors.
Yeah.
So you can't exactly say, let's shut down and break up Amazon. But I do think you can cut out the postage subsidies. You can cut out
I need oil. My
Hollywood
chair.
incentives. I think the Hollywood tax incentives. F them. Hollywood tax incentives. Mark Ruffalo, pay your fair share.
My chair's squeaky. Hey, I saw a meme just now. It's really funny. Yep. Imagine yelling "Free Palestine" for 2 years and then having to thank President Trump for freeing Palestine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
No, I saw the meme where you have the Palestinian thanking Trump for peace, and the liberal screaming, "No, no!
It's not what we wanted.
It's not what we wanted." It's like that meme. Remember, Unite the Workers, when you had Workers Unite, and Trump came out and says, "Auto workers, unite behind me. I'll help you with your beef with the auto companies." No, that's not what we wanted.
Hey, apparently Representative Jasmine Crockett launches investigation into the administration's cover-up of President Trump's failing health.
Yeah, that's another Democrat talking point. Trump, they're claiming Trump has dementia. Trump has, failing health. Look, Democrats are the party of revenge. I've said it many times. I said it many times today. They just every time they have something they want to cover up, they accuse you. Every accusation by a liberal is a confession. They want revenge. Remember, they went after Trump for impeach Bill Clinton. They went after Trump.
They're going after her, saying his health's bad. What's your BMI?
Yeah, what's your
whoopsie?
Probably more than mine.
Somebody posted
mass index.
Somebody posted 91 seconds. Somebody posted 91 seconds of Biden forgetting people's names, and then he was like, "You're dumb."
Absolutely. See, this is the thing. The people on the right have learnt how to use Operation Let Them Speak. There are people out there who probably have hard drives full of clips. Okay?
Yeah.
Full of clips. You Democrats, you want to play with never forget, never forgive? There's lots of right-wingers out there who are playing that game right now and finding out.
Bet.
I get it. They're complaining about that's where is it? A city split in half because the residents were sick and tired of all their tax money going to the black residents, and as soon as they cut it, and then you wanted to say space, so we cut the city in half, and it turns out all the taxpayers were in the white half. What a shock. Not all the white people. They're not all white. I'm just saying they split. They're accusing the city of a bit, split and segregation or whatever. But all the black taxpayers have been moving to the white neighborhoods.
Yeah. Well.
And remember, school choice was originally brought in to give poor kids the same right of access to rich private schools, but through scholarships. So now they want to shut down those programs in Chicago, and Detroit. No more Wibwich because there's only 3% black students in these classes. It's like Democrats, this is their problem. They're so obsessed with race. You have to have, if there's 50 people in the room, half of them have to be black. But no, half the world isn't black. Oh no, they're the majority. It's like, it's absolute obsession. It's because they know they can't win elections on debate, right? You've seen that.
No, they can't.
They cannot debate an election.
That's like last night's debate. Every question was a pretty decent question. Well, not every time, but I mean, every question was dodged. Every single question was a no answer, nothing burger kind of thing.
How do you fix crime? Adequate policing. How do you deal with reoffenders? You give them longer prison sentence. These are common sense things. We shouldn't have debates anymore. Our government should be managers who are putting forth their credentials and being elected on.
Hey, y'all check this out. This kind
of
funny. Turn your camera off real quick so we can see a full picture. All right, check this out.
I love that. I've seen that.
That's awesome.
If only that were not AI.
Our young Quebec. That was a good one.
Yeah. Hi, Coda over at YouTube.
Hey, what's up, buddy? That's my dog right there, Dakota.
Hey.
I tried to get him to be on the show one time. He said no. Well, no, he showed up. Him and Randy were here. That's right. He's been on here before.
Yeah, it did show up once.
That's right. I forgot. My bad. But yeah, I mean, the debate last night was. I won't say there was people online. I follow Virginia Republican something or another. Yeah. I don't know. And they were like, "Oh, it was a big win. It was da 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 da." And I'm like, "No, it really wasn't." I mean, you know, the moderators are going after. The moderators would let the Democrat candidate talk, and then the second that the time was up, they would let her finish her sentence. All right. Every time that the Republican candidate, the time limit went up, they cut her immediately.
Yeah, that's social pressure, you know. Yeah. Do everything you can to disrupt, you know, be disruptive, resist, because, you know, it's human nature, you know. It's the corrupt human nature, but it's still human nature where you glorify power that gives you more, right? It's survival. If your group is bigger, you have a better chance of survival. You know, this is the problem. We can't convince women out there that their survival is not in danger from us. They are so propagandized. You know, you got 100 years of propaganda now, from feminism to demonize white man, when, you know, who commits the majority of crime again?
Mm-hmm.
But you can't convince them because they're so afraid of social pressure, right? If you don't adhere to the new social structure of worshipping the BBC, you know, the CNNs of the world, if you're not in with absolutely every social cause, if you're not down with the revolution, if you're not screaming about the patriarchy, you're socially excluded, and women can't live without their social groups, which is why they use social groups to pressure women into divorce, so that because women who get married and become independently minded don't fund these radical feminist groups who are really financial grifts. Okay? Name a poor radical feminist. They're always selling books. They're always getting their speaking fees. They're always doing book tours or you know, speaking appearances. Look at Hillary. How much did she get in speaking fees?
Yeah. You know? Hey, I just saw Prime Minister Viktor Orban has banned LGBTQ propaganda from Hungarian schools.
Well, that's another. Well, that's one more thing for the European Union to be upset about. One, he didn't join the euro currency. Two, he won't send military aid to Ukraine. He won't let Ukraine join the European Union.
Yeah.
He won't take in 1 million refugees, even though he's only got a country of 10 million. So you've got to take 1 million Africans. And here's the irony: Morocco is complaining about mass immigration causing demographic change. Oh, boo-hoo. Nigeria is also complaining about immigration causing demographic change. Oh, boo-hoo!
Yeah, pretty much.
However, Mexico has done a strange thing. They actually helped Trump.
Really? How so?
How's that?
They put a 25% tariff on China, allegedly, or will be putting a tariff on China to stop dumping. Because the dumped goods end up being redistributed as relabeled as Mexican goods. Yeah, she's hiking tariffs with China. She's holding discussions with Trump. Mexican's Congress is waiting approval for the proposal that 1,500 products from China will be tariffed. So they're obviously learning that to use tariffs as a negotiating tactic, that see what Trump will give Mexico and see what China will give Mexico to drop this tariff, or for whatever the US will give to
yeah. Mexico. Apparently with the tariffs, though, they've been able to fund Social Security and whatnot during the government shutdown.
Yes.
So that's good.
Now, they're also complaining about the US deployment of National Guard. Since 1957, there have been 11 deployments.
Wow.
Yeah. The biggest was the LA riots. The last previous big one was the LA riots in 92. But the governors are saying, oh, no, this time it's different. Actually, the governors then made the declaration, not the president. Actually. I think we should replace the actual meme with Priska. Have you seen that meme, the actual meme? I mean, Priska is...
So, apparently, Pete Hegseth is going after a new barrack task force, which is charged with developing a department-wide barrack investment plan. So they're trying to make it to where military barracks are better, which I guess that's a good thing. I didn't know they were in problem. I didn't know there
Trump
was a problem.
Wants to lift the living conditions for on-base residents.
Yeah.
Some of the barracks are old. Like, was it San Diego was last built in the 60s or something? So,
yeah. Oh, dang. 10 hours ago, First Lady Melania Trump announced she's been working behind the scenes with Russian President Vladimir Putin to return displaced children to their homes in Ukraine.
Okay.
Didn't know that.
There's a lot of
monsters.
What monsters? Yeah, absolutely. They kidnap children. No.
Yeah.
When Russia takes a town, they have found that there have been hundreds of abandoned children living without parents for years, and Ukrainian authorities have been refusing to negotiate with Russia to even identify these children, how they got to be there in these towns. But that's why there's no orphanages in Ukraine. Ukrainian government's been abandoning these children in small rural towns on the front line. Why would you move children to the front line? Why would you put orphans in a town about to be overrun by Russian soldiers? But no. Putin's the bad guy, right? Putin's the bad guy. Remember when they were all talking about how Trump was going to stay past his term? Notice I haven't mentioned that. Because Zelensky stayed past his term. But you know what they're also not talking about this week? Germany's in talks with the IMF for a bailout. France is on the verge of collapse. England is looking at a huge tax hike to try and balance its books. and may have to deport as many as 1 million people because they're all collecting, because they're foreigners collecting the dole. Well, they shouldn't be collecting the dole in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Raising taxes doesn't help. Makes it worse.
Yeah, you're making the tax, but that's what they want. They want the taxpayer to be a slave, and they'll use the privileged class, i.e., Islam, to be the oppressor of the state, right? To keep the state enforcement, to keep the state in power. I mean, nothing motivates them, right? You go around telling all these people you're going to give them free stuff. Look what they did with women, right? Look how they got black women to break up their families. Just promise them a free house and boom, kick the man out.
Yep.
I don't need no man. You've got the state. And then they turn around and say, look how successful we are. We got more houses than men. You stole them.
So apparently the doctor to the president has come out and said that Trump is in exceptional health.
Yeah. What do you say?
Because it's such an uproar.
Yeah. That's what I said. The Democrats are social smearing, No matter what you say, you talked about Biden's health, so we're going to talk about Trump's health, even if it's a lie.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I forget what the psychological phenomenon is, but somebody was talking about this on, I think it was CNN, and Anderson Cooper was furious, but he was saying to Candace Cooper face, if you keep lying about Trump, all you're doing is convincing Gen Z that he is some sort of god. He's rent-free in your head. He could do anything and everything and get away with it. And to young people, that's currency. Okay? You can clutch your pearls, you can be angry all you want, but you're making him a god in the eyes of Gen Z. It's true though, right? Young people, they don't see they don't see it in the point of morality, immorality. Otherwise, they would be denouncing Andrew Tate in mass. No, they see the power, right? To young people, life is just the accumulation of wealth and power. And they see Trump as having it. Yeah. And they're going to they're going to create a generation of people who want to mimic Trump because he has the wealth, the power. As far as they're concerned, that dude gets the bitches. So I'm going to be like that dude.
Oh, man.
Oh, hi, RJ. Yeah, we about a month ago, I think, we had the conversation.
What's up? Wait, RJO, is that that's not Prime Mover, is it? I think it is. I think. Am I?
Gotta wait for the delay.
Yeah.
Yes, we're happy to see you again.
Lape's like. Oh, Red Dead. That's right. That's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, Lape like roboted out. That's right. I remember that now. Because you changed your name. Yeah, you told us that you had a name change. That's right. I remember. I couldn't remember right off the top of my head.
Sorry, man. I did forget to. Yeah, I forgot where you were talking. I knew you talked to us before as RGO, and I think it was about a month ago. And I forgot that it was while we're playing Red Dead. Well, he was playing Red Dead.
I'm not gonna lie. There's a guy that used to be on here. His name was the Prime Mover. You guys remember him? I met him one time in person. Great dude, and I miss him.
Remember Prime Mover?
I send him the link every week.
He used to be in WCBS chat all the time.
Yep. He was on here for a while. We met.
I remember him being on here a few times.
Yeah, we met in person, hung out, shared a beverage, and just kind of hung. Not together, like we both had one. Not to be weird, but that sounds weird. We shared a beverage, but nah, man, like that was a good dude. That was a real good dude. I don't know whatever happened to him. I've tried texting him. I have his number. I tried texting him every so often, but no respond. I've emailed him, nothing. So I don't know. Hopefully he's okay. But yeah, we're just talking about stuff. So I don't know what else. There's too much. Oh, Candace Owens.
Oh yeah.
People are calling her a grifter, telling her to put up or shut up.
She did post. She did post some screenshots of that text conversation.
Was she talking about she had a dream that Charlie Kirk was betrayed or whatever? Did you see that clip?
Oh, I didn't see that one.
That was kind of unhinged. I don't know. It's almost like she's being put out there as a controlled op to just look insane or something. I don't know what's going on with her.
Yeah, you'll see.
Honestly,
RJO said yesterday I thought you guys were live, but you weren't. It said it's 11:10, but not 10:10. Well, there could be time zone. We're in. I'm in the New York time zone, the East Coast of the U.S.
He's in the U.S.
I'm not exactly sure what time zone you're in. I guess that could be why it's two different dates, maybe different, whatever. But
pardon me.
Yeah, we're usually live on Friday evenings and Saturday mornings for me. So.
Yeah. To be honest, I think Candace, to be honest, right, that she has attention deficit, and as the amount of attention she gets declines, she says more and more radical things. Now, to be fair, she is not the originator of the theory that Macron married a man who dresses as a woman. She started off merely as reporting about the lawsuit by two women in France who had extensive evidence in their eyes. Now, according to the court and French law, if somebody changes their gender legally, there's nothing you can do or say that will protect you from France's libel laws. So they were found liable, okay? But their fine was nothing because she's a public figure and subject to fair game criticism. Mm-hmm. They never... So it's a case of winning and losing at the same time, whereas Candace isn't protected in that sphere. She is being sued separately, saying that she's perpetuating. And the thing is, honestly, deep down, you should be more concerned about the fact that Macron married his school teacher who abused him when he was 15.
Right.
Oh, dang.
Who's 20 years older than him, by the way.
Well,
at least.
Doesn't matter how much older she is.
Right.
But he is, like so many world leaders, engaging in a humiliation ritual, cutting off their family lines on purpose, deliberately. This is a horrific thing that feminism is doing in the West, cutting off family lines because they say that white people were evil, inherently evil. Who invented slavery? Who started slavery? Africans enslaved more whites than whites enslaved Africans, but you don't want to learn. You don't want to know. The Democrats don't want to know. They engaged in this horrific, satanic ritual of destroying the planet. They want to. The population of the Earth is aging out. They're lying about population stats. China's been caught lying about its population stats. India's been lying about its population stats. India's in deep crisis. Okay, yesterday I believe there was a riot of 100,000 women again who were protesting against the SA of a girl by a in the Punjab. Okay, she was walking home. She was jumped by a group of, well, slightly older. They said boys, but slightly older teenagers. She was only 13. And then laughed on social media about taking turns with her. Okay, so women protesting in large groups, but you never get that in the mainstream media, do you? That India has huge, huge rights by women. That country is going to tear itself apart soon. But we're watching the collapse of marriage in China. We're watching the economic collapse of Russia in real time. The Russian economy is played out. China can't afford to subsidize them anymore. India is keeping them afloat. Steve Bissett, Commerce Secretary, Steve Bissett, isn't it? He's an economic genius. He's saying that the initial boom, of Russian oil, cheap gas is going to haunt them because they've sold off so much. That nobody's going to buy it that getting money now is going to kick back against them. That people are going to pretty much always expect Russia to sell the gas and oil, cheap. That's the only way they're ever going to, What, RGO? I just suddenly saw us chat update.
Let's see. Quick question. You guys
Roblox?
I've never heard of that. I mean, I've heard of people talking about it, but I've never played anything like that. I mean, games like FPS, Adventure Sim. Yeah, most of the time I play a lot of PlayStation games. But here recently, I've just been hooked up on playing whatever I can get on Game Pass. Which, by the way, Game Pass apparently is going up in price, so
that will be going.
That probably is going to be going.
I'm of two minds. I like the idea of Game Pass if it gave you a library of older games no longer for sale, with no reason to sell them again, right? There's lots of games out there. There's no reason to shelve them. You're not going to sell many of them. If they were updated or to run on modern machinery, Game Pass is a good idea. But the whole idea of selling a game and then saying, no, we're going to take away all physics. They've been moving to digitizing everything. And the problem with Game Pass and always online games is they're now turning it into, here's a single-player game, but to win, you have to now pay microtransactions. So not only do you buy the game to continue playing it, you've got to Game Pass it. Because Game Pass games aren't all free. They're just a discount.
Well, you can play them for free as long as you're paying your monthly subscription.
Yeah. But if you want to, but the moment you stop paying your subscription or, but some games are not free on Game Pass. They're like discounted or they're full of microtransactions. So they're not free, right? They're full of microtransactions on top of the Game Pass. And people are saying this is severely gone. It's like how loot boxes affected games. Roblox is free, yeah.
Yeah, Roblox free means games. But yeah, but I don't know. Like, I don't know what that game is.
It's a game of games, basically. It's like a way of making games. Roblox. I don't understand Roblox because I haven't tried it, but I understand the concept behind Roblox a little bit. Where you have an interactive platform.
I'm looking it up. I've never even seen it. So it's like pretty much Legos.
Yeah.
It looks very kiddie, like little kid games.
It is aimed at kids, but Roblox is like an advanced form of Minecraft.
Yeah, that don't look like something I'd be interested in. Nah, dude, we don't do game stuff on Friday night. It's this is we do political commentary on Fridays. Games are more Saturday morning, coffee and gaming. This is the War Room. So
yeah, well, yeah.
But I mean, truth be told, like I play games that I want to play, and there's not kid games, but other cool FPS shoot. Nah, yeah, that's fine. That's cool. I mean, I'm not knocking if you like it, but to me, it just doesn't look like something I'd be interested in playing.
He likes his horse riding simulator.
Yeah, yeah. I like adventure.
Now, I believe, I forget. We're trying to get him onto GOG and get some of the old Western games up. But I think the GOG special was last week. But I think,
dang.
I don't know. I forgot to bring it up last week, but I didn't see it until Saturday night, and I thought, oh, it's too late. We're done coffee and gaming. I'll bring it up this week, and then I see that I'll have to check because GOG's got some free games, and some of the old Western games you might actually like because they do test your skill at gunplay. Although a lot of them are walking simulators, not riding simulators, because some of the older games they didn't have horse riding mechanics.
Yeah.
I like the more simplistic shooter games like Doom, Postal 2. I can't think of the others. I used to actually play a lot of strategy games. I played Command and Conquer for like years. I played Command and Conquer. I had Command and Conquer mods. I had Command and Conquer maps. I had all the expansion packs. I had all the unofficial expansions. I really wish I'd kept my disc collection because today a lot of those mods and expansions aren't available.
Dang.
Well, nobody expected, I didn't expect these sites to shut down, I thought, naively, I used to think the internet was forever, because a lot of these sites were free. And I thought, free forever meant they were going to keep their doors open. No, they only kept their doors open until Google bought them out, and then Google shut them down. Speaking of shutdowns, Disney's going to shut down Hulu and absorb its customer base into Disney Plus. Which is, don't know if the Trump DOJ is going to go after them or not. I think it doesn't matter. I think they actually, it's one of those things where, let Hollywood kill itself. Why save Hollywood? Already Hulu customers are already leaving Hulu for what's that one? That Tubi.
Tubi's free.
The other one is 2 free ones. Yeah, Tubi and another one. A lot of people are leaving Hulu for Crunchyroll and Tubi and that other one. That although don't know how.
I didn't know Crunchyroll was free.
Yeah, it's ad sponsored.
Oh, okay.
It's like Tubi, ad sponsored. I forget the other one, but as well, it's a new one where you can get. It's for Japanese, but they've got English subs now.
Nice.
So. The Japanese and Koreans are looking like merging their. Looks like Japan and Japan and Korea will be merging, and Taiwan will be merging their movie industries to create the second largest movie industry in the world, which would be because that would surpass China and be because Hollywood is not number one in the world; it's Bollywood in India is number one. Hollywood is actually number 6 in the world. I didn't know they'd fallen that far. But look at the string of bombs they've had recently. Superman, 40 million short of
that
profit.
was a bomb.
Yeah,
Dang,
most movies in the last 10 years have been bombs. The only thing keeping Hollywood's doors open is the constant flow of investor money and toy money. If they weren't selling enough toys, they'd be out of business already. Disney and the theme parks is the only thing keeping Disney open. Look at Skydance. Look at all the mergers. Look at all the takeovers.
Yeah.
But look how profitable Skydance turned Paramount profitable overnight just by ditching all those extraneous services. You know, all these. So that's the problem. Studio nepotism. Mark Ruffalo and his hanger-oners, you know, he's 38, whatever it is. Nobody can afford them, you know. Why is Disney paying Mark Ruffalo and his proteges $38 million a year or something? You know, I mean, it's ridiculous. Some of the money these parasites get paid.
I don't know. Hey, it's getting late. We've gone a little over, and I need to set up for coffee and gaming.
Yes, that's one thing about Rumble. You can only do one setup at a time.
Yeah, what sucks. But anyway,
unless you want to pay premium.
Yeah, I am planning on it. I just haven't gotten to it yet. So
yeah, I saw your post about that. Yeah, I don't know enough about I don't know anything about premium. I haven't had Rumble Premium, and quite frankly, Rumble doesn't seem to explain what premium does until you buy it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have to speak to somebody who has premium to tell you what the features are.
Yeah, I need to do that. I need to find that. But I mean, all honestly, like I probably should just go on ahead and do it because even the benefits that I know about, you know, that would be worth it.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right. Hey, we'll be back tomorrow morning, coffee and gaming, in a couple hours for some of you people in other time zones. So stay tuned. Stay right here on this channel. Go ahead and hit follow, subscribe, whatever the button is. Hit that, and we'll be back at 7 a.m. for some coffee and gaming. Buy David's book in the meantime. Check it out. All his links are down below in the description, down there or up here. It just depends on where it is. But on X, it's up here, I think. On Rumble and YouTube, it's all down below. But yeah, you guys hang out and wait. We'll be back live. I'm going to set the stream up here in just a few minutes, and we'll start sharing it on social media. So you guys have a great day. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Goodbye! Bye-bye.
Good day, sir.
Later, dudes.
Good night, Jim Bob.
Hell, I got to go.
Peace out.
Burn in hell, New World Order. Fuck you. You, New World Order. You, Bill Gates.
I love you.
You gotta do better than that.
I love you.